Hey, good afternoon everybody. It's May 1st here. Just wanted to give you an update on my plants here for the week. For the month actually. It's been about 3 weeks since I posted my last video on this garden bed. It's a brick garden bed. And these plants have been in here for about a month. These are all the ones you buy at Nurse Moon Valleys or whatever. So they're about $5 each. Here they are now, about a month old. You can see a lot of growth from their initial planting on the first video here. So this one is the big boy tomato. You can see it's growing quite big, and we probably have some tomatoes on here growing. I don't really see them right off the bat, but I can see many flowers here, so they'll start turning into tomatoes soon enough. And I'm also using my camera, so hopefully this looks a lot better. Here's the second tomato, growing a little slower, a little smaller, but it is actually flowering and giving tomatoes at this point. So that's the difference between the two. That one doesn't have any flowers, so you can see it's growing in size, whereas this one's more focused on its tomatoes. Either way, I'm happy. I let it do what it wants to do. Here's a few tomatoes. Got just 4 growing on one little sprouted leaf or whatnot. And I'd say that's about it for now, but we can see a lot of tomatoes are going to start growing very, very soon. So this one's exciting. I don't think I've tried these. I don't know. Husky cherry red tomatoes. These look like the ones that go into the salads. So here is the strawberries. These are growing nicely. We've got a few new strawberries here. So a few more sprouting. It's whatever with the strawberries. Here's an early grow tomato. Also looking great. Has not started growing any tomatoes, but oh, actually it has. I take that back. I see them right here. Let's see if I can get a video of those. Right here we've got a couple tomatoes growing already. So, oh, got another one down here. Oh, where's it at? Yeah, right there. So you can see. Oh, we've got them. Actually, I guess this one does have quite a bit of them. Oh, like 6 of them, so it's growing out nicely though. And another thing too is once they start getting bigger, it's going to be a little easier with the water. This one, because it's so much bigger now, it'll shade the water. So as they grow bigger, the less water I think they're going to need. Right now, I did turn up the watering. This last week has been brutal in terms of growth and just what they need, so they've survived. I've been coming out here every day and watering manually, but I've just upgraded the watering. I have it right now for every 12 hours, about 6 minutes, and I'm turning it up to every 8 hours for 6 minutes, and depending on how they do there, if they look like they're doing great, I'm going to turn down the watering. I try to conserve as much as possible. I don't want to overwater them because it does nothing other than waste water. So we'll check in and see how it's looking in the next week. So here is the cucumbers, or here are the cucumbers. These are great. We're going to see here, I'm going to zoom in. We're going to see, like I said, these grow out and they're going to take over the wall. We can already see here we've got little baby cucumbers everywhere. This is one of my favorite plants, vegetables. So you can make dill cucumbers, pickles, or whatnot that you eat at those baseball games. I don't know, but it takes like a couple of weeks to get them all fermented from what I've seen on YouTube videos, and this year I'm going to give it a try. But this one, very much looking forward. You can already see it starting to grow off. It's got a ton of flowers on it, and this will take over this entire wall. and this wall here. So it's gonna, this backyard's gonna give it a nice smell. I'm very happy I turned up the watering because this one, you're gonna definitely notice it. You can see here on the ends how much it's growing. So said we'll turn down the watering in the next couple weeks, see in the next couple weeks, see if I'm over watering so I can lower it. And here's the basil. This one, you can definitely smell the basil. One thing, if you want to grow basil, make sure you are taking off these tips right here. These are flowers, so you want to just pinch them right off. Pinch them right off, and that way the basil can continue to grow, because if you don't, then they're going to flower like they are right here, and it's gonna stop them from continuing to grow. So make sure you get them. You can pinch them, cut them, whatever you want. It's very simple. You got to come out here and do it quite often though. Sorry for my camera if I'm not focused on the right location. But yeah, you can see it's growing here. It's growing fine. You can make some basil pasta, basil, I don't know. My girlfriend uses the basil. And she picked out one of the tomatoes too here, so looks like it's gonna go on a salad. The cucumbers I bought randomly last year and I ended up loving them. So here's a little bit of underwatering. This is what plants will look like with underwatering. I just turned them on for a few minute cycle, so should start to see the leaves spring up here in a bit. You can tell right here it's just kind of hanging down, so that's definitely not helping its growth. You can still see they look healthy. So right now, as I give them water, they're gonna stand back up here shortly and start regrowing again. But definitely look out for this. Same thing with this catnip. I don't really need, but I got it for my cat in case he wanted to come in here and jump in. It looks great. It's growing quite a bit. You can see. However, some plants, they're kind of just hanging over. They're just hanging over, so you want them to all be facing up. They're supposed to be all taking sun right now, so also that one should look good once the water starts hitting it again right now. And since I've increased the water, we should be fine. Here are the jalapenos, sweet banana. Got already one growing on this little plant, and got another large one back here too. So these are fun. This one should start growing a lot more now. Again, when they're flowering versus not flowering, they'll grow faster. So once these two are ready, I'm going to rip them off and let this plant grow. Here is chili pepper. We've got a chili growing right here already. Chili right here. And this one, I'm growing a little slow, but big fan of the peppers. You will see a ton of growth on these and a ton of peppers. Unless you eat these every day, you will not eat them. You will give these away, so good luck to you. Cilantro, doing well. Thought it wasn't. Hate this thing. But I think I can go through cilantro pretty quickly. So same thing with these. Get rid of the flowers. We got to come out here and do it every couple days. Just kind of pinch them or yank them off. They come out relatively easy here, so make sure you're always getting these. And you can see it's quite a bit. These are the seeds. So here's a tomato. This is the one that was dying. You can see, oh, the cilantro, by the way, it smells great. Same thing with the basils. You can really smell them. Alright, here's a tomato. This plant was not doing well a couple weeks ago. I said I was going to bring it back to life, and I did. Roma tomatoes. No tomatoes just yet, but this one has the best shade. Should do very well with its growth. So you can see here, wow, brand new. You can see brand new leaves right here. The middle one that was there originally didn't do well, and now we've got all this new growth right here. So awesome leaves. Alright, well that's it for now. Good luck. Turn up your water, and we'll update you soon again.